Dear Firehouse subs, I would like to formally apologize for earlier this afternoon. I just sort of got caught up in some situational stuff, and you took the brunt of it, and I understand that that's not fair, but there was some crazy stuff going on. First, I helped out this couple who was looking to redo their entire car audio system, deck, speakers, sub, amp, all this stuff, right? So the vehicle fit thing that we have on the computer wasn't bringing up the prices, so I had to make the prices on my own and write up the whole little sheet of paper and everything, and there were like squares and circles and subtotals, and they decided to do different things, and then a grand total, and I initialed it and everything because it was a beautiful piece of paper. And then she took it and she was like, "We're gonna come back," and I was like, oh, because I had just spent like an hour with these people. Anyway, she did say she was gonna buy stuff, but I don't know about that. So then I got these people who wanted a camera, okay? And that's cool, they know what they wanted. We discussed some lens packages and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know if it was like my mood or something, but I was being very nonchalant. And, I mean, it was laid back, easy, and they were laughing a lot, but I don't think they were laughing at me. I think they were laughing with me, even though I wasn't being funny. Because I'm not like super funny. I do consider myself a little funny, but some people at some times like just giggle nonstop. So these people were, and the dude was like, "Are you this entertaining to people who don't spend $1,500 on a camera?" And I was like, "Sir, you are not getting special treatment. This is just my face, okay? It's the way it is." And then I walked them up to get a bigger bag so that I could leave, right? So I clocked out, and I was in the process of switching my shirt, but then I realized I had to turn the phone back in that I had been using for the Bluetooth demo, and I forgot, and I left my shirt on, right? So I'm walking along, and there's this dude standing there, and he's like looking at the Snuggies, right? And I'm like, just keep walking, and he looks over at me. He's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, dang it, I'm off the clock, let's try and get through this fast. And so he's like playing with the Snuggie, right? And he starts asking me questions. I'm like, okay, fine. Hey, there's a bird. Okay, fine, Snuggie, that's great. And he said that he was foreign, I would assume, based on his accent. He said that his wife had a baby. And I was like, great, don't make any fat person pregnant jokes. Just get through this as fast as possible, and that'll be it. So then, let me see if I can approximate his accent and what he said. He was like, "My wife, she has the baby, yes, and she is feeding with the breasts, and the Snuggie, will it, is there enough room?" And I was like, oh god, he's asking if she can pull it down, and I was like, yeah, technically you could do that, completely straight face. But in my head, I'm going, am I really talking about breastfeeding in Best Buy right this second while not on the clock? What is going on here? So we had the whole conversation about the Snuggie, and then I walked out and decided I was hungry. So I went over to Firehouse, of course, to get some soup, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and your sandwiches are kind of expensive. And I do go there a lot. I am the mayor on Foursquare at that location. Anyway, so I would really just like to apologize. When you asked me for my name, I was sort of in that kind of, chill, laid back. My life's really confusing right now because people are talking to me about breastfeeding while I'm at work but not on the clock or getting paid. So you asked me my name, and I consider you guys my friends because I'm in there a lot. And since you didn't know my name, I did get offended a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And I do realize, in retrospect, that I don't know any of my customers' names. I don't know car audio people. Like, I don't know that couple's name. I don't know the camera people's name. I don't know breastfeeding guy's Snuggie name. Whatever. And I don't actually know your name. But I do know one of your names. There's Bo, who turned me on to the gator sauce, and also reminded me to get the soup, but waited until it was super hot outside to remind me to get the soup. And I didn't want soup at that point. But nonetheless, he did remind me. So there's Bo, and then there's really tall manager guy, and skinnier white dude that one time came into Best Buy, actually, which was weird because I always see you in your environment, but never in my environment. So that was strange. And there's... well, there are more of you. Anyway, my point is, I'm sorry that I got offended that you didn't know my name, even though with every transaction, you asked me for my name. I apologize. Next time, I will leave my shirt on. I did take it off as soon as I got out of Best Buy. And I will keep my name tag on for future reference. Please accept this as an apology to the entire Firehouse organization, not just your store, even though your store is the only Firehouse sub that I have ever gone into and ever plan on going into. I am also the mayor, if I didn't mention that. And I did mention it directly to you, and I know you don't play that game or whatever, but it's not a game. Foursquare is not a game.